Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready to unlock some serious success secrets.
Always.
Today we're diving deep into Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich.
A classic.
For a reason, right? But we're going beyond the surface today.
Love it.
We've got this awesome podcast episode breaking down some key ideas from the book.
Oh, cool.
And our mission is to extract the absolute gold D for you. Actionable insights, not just feel-good motivation.
Exactly. No fluff here. We're all about practical strategies.
So this podcast episode focuses on 5 core principles that Hill discovered after years of studying super successful people.
Like a common thread among high achievers.
Fascinating, right?
It's like he cracked the code for achievement.
Okay,
Okay, so principle number 1, burning desire. Now, we've all heard follow your passion,
right.
but Hill takes it to another level. He's talking about a desire so intense, it consumes you. It's not just wishing for something, it's that fire in your belly.
And that's what fuels the actions that lead to success. It's what pushes you through obstacles, self-doubt, the naysayers, all of that. Yeah, this podcast had this great anecdote about a farmer who was so determined to succeed that he literally burned his own bridges.
Wow, talk about commitment.
No turning back. So think about this. What's your burning desire? What are you willing to go all in for?
That's the question. Okay, principle number 2 is faith. This might sound a bit out there, but the podcast really highlighted how faith is crucial for overcoming self-doubt.
That makes sense. It's about believing in yourself,
Yeah.
right? Having that confidence to keep going.
Exactly. It's about cultivating a deep belief in your ability to achieve those goals. Hill argues that this belief influences your subconscious mind, almost attracting opportunities that align with your vision.
They even quoted Hill saying, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve.
Powerful stuff. And the podcast suggests using daily affirmations to reinforce this belief, like repeating phrases like, I am capable of achieving my financial goals.
I can see how that could be helpful. It's like planting seeds of possibility in your mind.
Exactly. Now, moving on to principle number 3, specialized knowledge.
Okay, so what's that all about?
It's not just about racking up degrees.
Right.
It's about acquiring practical knowledge that's directly applicable to your goals. Knowledge without action is useless. You've got to apply what you learn.
So it's about the right knowledge, the knowledge that will actually move you towards your goal.
Precisely. Think of it like this. You wouldn't try to build a house without knowing anything about construction.
Make sense?
You need the right tools and knowledge to create something lasting. They use the example of Elon Musk diving deep into aerospace engineering to create SpaceX. He didn't just dream of rockets, he learned how to build them.
That's a great example. So it's about identifying the knowledge gaps, figuring out what you need to learn to achieve those goals.
What skills or information are missing from your toolbox? Ask yourself that.
Okay, principle number 4, organized planning. I love what the podcast host said. A dream without a plan is just a wish. Kind of brutal, but true.
Absolutely. It's about transforming that vision into a tangible roadmap. Clear steps, deadlines, the whole 9 yards.
So breaking down those big goals into smaller, more manageable actions.
Exactly. The podcast gave a great example. If you want to save $10,000 in a year, you break it down to monthly savings goals.
Okay, yeah, that makes it feel much more achievable, breaking it down like that.
Right. And don't underestimate the power of a support system.
Oh, that's so important. Having people in your corner.
Hill talks about surrounding yourself with those who believe in your vision and can offer guidance. Even just 1 or 2 trusted advisors can make a huge difference.
Okay, are we ready for principle number 5? Persistence.
Bring it on!
This one's all about pushing through those inevitable setbacks. Everyone faces challenges, but it's persistence that separates those who achieve their goals from those who, well, give up.
Hill digs deeper than just saying don't quit.
Right.
He emphasizes adapting your approach as you go, learning from your mistakes, and refining your strategy. It's not about brute force effort.
It's about being flexible, adjusting your sails when the wind changes.
Exactly. And that's where mindset comes in. The podcast spent a good chunk of time on this fascinating concept called autosuggestion.
Oh yeah, that was interesting. It's basically using affirmations and visualizations to reprogram your subconscious mind.
Right. The more you convince your subconscious that you're capable of achieving something, the more likely you are to take the actions to make it happen. It's like planting those seeds of success.
They even had this technique where you create a vivid mental picture of yourself having already achieved your goal. Really trying to feel those emotions.
The joy, the pride, the sense of accomplishment.
Yeah, it's like a mental rehearsal for success.
And by repeatedly immersing yourself in that state, you start to program your subconscious to believe it's already a reality.
Wow. It's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Exactly.
That's what I find so fascinating about Think and Grow Rich. It blends this practical, action-oriented approach with a deeper understanding of the power of the mind.
Absolutely. Hill recognized that success isn't just about external factors, it's about cultivating the right internal state.
So to recap, we've covered those 5 key principles from Think and Grow Rich: burning desire, faith, specialized knowledge, organized planning, and persistence.
Plus, that bonus tip on autosuggestion.
It's amazing how they all connect and build on each other.
They do. And remember, these aren't just abstract concepts, they're actionable steps you can apply to any goal.
So let's bring this back to you, the listener. Think about that burning desire we talked about at the beginning, that goal that lights a fire in your belly.
Now, consider how you can apply these 5 principles to make it a reality. Do you need to strengthen your faith? Acquire some specialized knowledge.
Maybe it's time to create a detailed plan. Don't forget about persistence. Obstacles are inevitable.
But remember, they're not roadblocks, they're stepping stones.
It's about consistently moving forward, even if it's just one small step at a time. Think and Grow Rich is packed with wisdom.
This deep dive has given us a taste of what's possible when you harness the power of your mind.
Even just these 5 principles, plus that auto-suggestion technique, can be seriously transformative if you're willing to put in the work. It's about shifting your mindset from I can't to I can.
Yes. And then taking consistent action to back it up.
I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Success isn't a destination, it's a journey. There will be ups and downs. But it's that commitment to growth, that unwavering belief in yourself that will ultimately lead you to achieve your goals.
Well said.
Okay, before we wrap up, I wanted to touch on one more point that the podcast made. They talked about legacy.
Ah, yes. The idea that true success goes beyond personal achievement.
Exactly. It's about using your success to make a positive impact on the world.
Hill believed that success without a sense of purpose, without giving back, is ultimately hollow.
It's a powerful concept. It challenges us to think bigger than ourselves, to consider how our actions can create a ripple effect that extends far beyond our own lives. So, as you're working towards your goals, think about the legacy you want to leave behind. How will you use your success to make a difference? What will be your contribution to the world? These are questions worth pondering.
Absolutely, because ultimately true fulfillment comes not just from achieving our own goals, but from using our talents and resources to lift others up.
And that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Think and Grow Rich. We've covered a lot of ground, but there's so much more to explore in this book.
It's a treasure trove of wisdom that you can revisit again and again, gaining new insights each time. And as you progress on your own journey of success, these principles will take on even deeper significance.
So keep exploring, keep those burning desires alive, and remember, true success is about more than just personal gain.
It's about making a difference, leaving the world a little brighter than you found it. Until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and keep striving for a life filled with purpose and impact.
Yeah, it's about looking beyond ourselves, considering the impact we're having on the world around us.
Right. It's not just about climbing the ladder. It's about what you're building along the way. And I think that's a perfect note to end on today.
Yeah, it really is. Think and Grow Rich. It's not just a guide to financial success.
No, it's a blueprint for a fulfilling life. It's about finding that purpose.
And we've only scratched the surface with these 5 principles and auto-suggestion.
Oh, absolutely. There's so much more to explore. Hill was brilliant.
His work is so insightful. It's a book you can keep coming back to, gaining new insights each time.
Exactly. And as you apply those principles, as you experience your own successes, the ideas will resonate even more deeply. It's like a continuous cycle of learning and growth.
So keep exploring. Keep those burning desires alive.
And remember, true success is about more than just personal gain. It's about making a difference, leaving the world a little brighter than you found it.
I love that. That's a great reminder for all of us. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive into Think and Grow Rich.
Thanks for joining us on this journey.
And until next time, keep thinking, keep growing, and keep striving for a life filled with purpose and impact.